mob, tag them. Mud money mob, start tagging these niggas, man. Whole lot of mob shit. Motherfucking president, nigga. Y'all better listen to me. Let's get it.
Cream man, 30 on me, big bag, dirty on me, yo ho, working on me. My niggas murking, homie, hit his ass, laser tag, 50 round drum, 100 round drum. Mop him up when the time comes. Mask on, mask off, big dog, big boss. You broke your loss, like a tiger nigga, yeah ho. Cream man doing numbers, I got hitters, I got runners. We gon' tag them by them commas. The pharmacy.
30 days straight, I've been trapping. Look what happened. Bitch, I'm acting. I know about your baby mama, she get nasty. Gotta tell them to chill. Younger with me, why that action? I be in the dungeon with dragons, hot boy shit, demons and ashes, lady baby shit, dope boy magic. You smell the gas through the plastic, smoking on runs. I'm trying to stuff every gram in the blunt. Asking, this ain't what you want. That laser gon' make a bitch nigga freeze. He hit my line on a Wednesday, saying to play up for Thursday. He called me back on a Friday, asking why I didn't serve him. Boy, that little money ain't worth it. Me and you was the fee and the purpose. The president meaning I'm the plug. You lucky to see me in person, bitch. Hey, had to put the campaign on furlough. You know they be working shit. Ain't come for no problem, but shut up your partner. My youngin' be murking shit. Yeah, I taught him how to go get a bag, flip the shit and make it flip again. Talking about she can do better than me. I tell that bitch, handle your business then. I'm a business and a businessman. I'm the reason why you say your baby daddy got a brand new dental plan. Oughta knocked out the middleman. Mud money, what I represent. Cause we got it out the mud, nigga. 10, 17 mile with us. Face shaking, I don't fuck with you. 30 days I was quarantined in the trap setting up plays, nigga. Glizzy louder than some barber clippers. I ain't come to shoot the fade with you. Fujiana got smoke, I'ma make a call, send a couple grave diggers. He got WAP on the line telling me to chill, but they shouldn't have played with us. On God. 30 days straight, I've been trapping. Look what happened. Bitch, I'm at it. I know about your baby mama, she get nasty. Gotta tell them to chill. The younger with me, by that action. I be in the dungeon with dragons, hot boy shit, demons and ashes, lady baby shit, dope boy magic. You smell the gas through the plastic, smoking on runs. I'm trying to stuff every gram in the blood. Asking, this ain't what you want. That laser gon' make a bitch nigga freeze. Tagging.
I grew up thuggin', muggin' on the block, pussy with them same niggas. Wreck round women every day, he got a big pistol, wig splitter. Pussy nigga on the net said he a real killer. Nigga, bitch. Seen his ass in person, nigga did the real thriller. Pussy nigga. I been round everywhere by myself, serving with a Drake. 10, 17, ice on me, try to take a shoot you in the face. Yeah, get him gone, bags in, bags out, chop. Julia hit my phone, say he got a country boy, I need to come tag. Yeah, I hit the road, AMG S550, hit the gas. Pull up so that nigga grab, yeah, hit the gas, he was mad. But I don't really give a fuck, I'm with the mob and pussy nigga on the boss. Ho, one call, I call Cream, he gon' come through and knock a nigga off. Jill told me don't do it, but I gotta get to a nigga raw. Ho, all the mud moving slow, yeah, real slow, nigga like a slow bitch. Pussy nigga try to diss me, can't diss me, boy it's soft. Wop said don't play with nobody, fool, you better kill them all. Ho,
30 days straight, I've been trapping. Look what happened. Bitch, I'm at it. I know about your baby mama, she get nasty. Gotta tell them to chill. The younger with me, by that action. I be in the dungeon with dragons, hot boy shit, demons and ashes, lady baby shit, dope boy magic. You smell the gas through the plastic, smoking on runs. I'm trying to stuff every gram in the blood. Asking, this ain't what you want. That laser gon' make a bitch nigga freeze. Tagging.
We are back. Welcome to Let's Chat. My name is Miss Lissha. I got my right hand and my whole time. She is my left, the fabulous Miss Toni. Listen, y'all missed our first two interviews. No worries. Y'all can head over to our YouTube page. Be able to check them out. Spotify, iTunes. Listen, you can catch Let's Chat almost anywhere you go.
That's right. Wherever you stream your podcast, just look up Let's Chat with Miss Toni and Lissha. We'll be right there.
Absolutely. And welcome Twitch. Twitch is our newest platform that we are on. So y'all make sure y'all are following us on Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And you can follow us on TikTok too.
Just follow us. And Clubhouse. Don't forget Clubhouse.
Yeah, we got our Clubhouse club, the Let's Chat. So make sure y'all are following us. We have our first not our first, but our fabulous guest for tonight. We love her.
Oh yes.
Julie is in the house. Y'all, she coming in hot tonight.
Hi, y'all.
Hey,
Hey,
lady.
Jill.
How are you?
I am great. How are you all?
We're good.
We
You're
are
looking
great. We are
fabulous.
good.
Why, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, so you gotta let us know what you've been cooking in your creative kitchen.
I've been cooking. What I've been cooking, let me tell y'all know it's the holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
Your girl had to, do something a little bit different.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Here with us.
We got a little
Ooh.
Christmas.
Oh, look
Perfectly fine Christmas.
Yeah, girl. I love that cover.
Yes. Let me tell you,
You know,
me and the
Lissha and
graphic
I are book
artist.
snobs.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
it's book bougie.
Yes. And the
That sounds so much more elegant.
Yes, the first one they sent me, I was like, "What is this? Like, did you read my synopsis? Because this is not where it's at right now, sir." Like, then he sent me another one. I was like, "No, you're still not giving me what it's supposed to give."
Mhm. You need those vibes.
Wait, and I can hear her too, like,
No,
yeah,
this is
I
not what it's
know
supposed
when
to
you
give.
looked at it that you enjoyed it, but I don't enjoy that.
Yes, I was
was
like,
very much not liking that.
and then finally I had to break it down. Like I wrote this really long email. I was like, I taught third grade one year, so I knew they said when you have a parent teacher conference, you always start with something positive. I was like, hey, I appreciate all of the hard work and effort and trying to get this right. However, listen.
I know exactly what you mean.
This book is not like the other Jill Hunt books. Like,
this ain't it.
What part of Christmas did you not get?
Yeah.
What part of Christmas did you not get?
He had the woman. He in a bikini with a Santa hat and some heels. I was like, sir, that's not what this is. That is not the type of ho we writing about this time.
Listen, Steven, we said Christmas. We need presents. Listen.
Yes, I was like, let's try this. Okay, we got to start on a positive note.
Oh, you're killing me, LaJill. You're killing me.
Like clearly they need some direction because somebody ain't get the memo. They ain't understand the assignment. That's okay because you understood it for them.
I did. I was like, this is not the ho that we talk about in this book. No, listen. I had to give like that. One, it is about a 16-year-old girl. Let's start with that. Like,
you had to break it down.
And then he went radio silent for a minute. And then I was like, oh Lord, I done heard it. And then finally he came back with this, and I was like,
there you go.
Yes, you nailed it. Yeah, good job. Gold star for you. Like,
oh man, that was good.
Absolutely. Now, when you were writing this book, tell us about the vision behind it. Where did your thought to be able to create this, other than somebody telling you need a Christmas book, so you ain't going to say that. That's for you.
I have been working with a mentor for the last year. Oh, it's been longer than a year. And I call him my Mr. Miyagi because I swear to God, I can't ask him a basic question. He always gives me an assignment. I'd be like, oh gosh. Here we go with this
man after my own heart.
Yes. I'd be like, here we go with this wax off stuff. Like, geez.
I know what you need, girl.
Yeah. So he asked, one of the things when he first started mentoring me, he was like, so LaJill, what is it that you want to do? And anyone that knows me knows I want to write a Hallmark Christmas film. Like, oh my gosh. I love Christmas in July. I just love those cheesy Hallmark Christmas films that we all know what's going to happen, but we still watch them over and over again. So I told him, I was like, I really want to write a Hallmark movie. So he's like, okay, well, let's go. Let's go. And so then I was like, okay, well, my Hallmark Christmas movie is going to have a plus size romantic lead because I'm tired of us being the lady that work at the diner. We the librarian. We the best friend. We can even be the boss. And so then he was like, okay. So I was like, okay. And he was like, so what's it gonna be about? And I was like, I don't know. I thought you were gonna tell. He was like, girl.
He said, stop playing.
Yes. So finally, he tasked me with find what's missing. And so I was like, the plus size romantic lead is missing, sir. What? And he's like, fool, I need for you to, he said, once you find what's missing, you will know exactly what it is that you're supposed to write. He was like, you'll know without a doubt. So last spring, I was my niece's Zoom teacher. I guess that's what you would call me. Pretty much, we just prayed our way through the year that she just passed. We weren't trying to make honor roll, none of that. We was just like, Lord, we just gonna pass. But every day after we would finish her work, she would get on the game. And I was like, why do you keep getting on this game? And so she was like, well, what else am I supposed to do? Now here I am. I write for film and television. So I'm like, girl, why don't you watch, TV, movies? Like, and so she was like, for what? She said, I'll get on the game because I can create characters that look like me. And she's a bigger, beautiful, brown-skinned teen. She's a plus-size teen.
She must
very much like I was at her age. And so I was like, girl, what is wrong with you? We are in the land of Lizzo. We are all about body positivity and acceptance, and any and everybody now has representation. And so I said, there's someone that looks like you on television. And she says, well, Auntie, when you find her, let me know and I'll watch. For 2 days, I searched Nickelodeon, Nick Jr., Teen Disney Plus. I searched Cartoon Network. I was up and down every single network.
Wow.
There are no beautiful brown-skinned teen actresses anywhere on television.
And I want to say the last one was, what was that? Not High School Musical, but that musical.
Glee. It was Amber Riley.
That was the last one. That was the last
one. And so I went back to her and I apologized. I said, Carissa, I'm sorry. I said, but guess what? I'm going to write you a movie. And she was like, you're really going to write me a movie? I said, I'm going to write you a movie. It's going to be about a beautiful brown-skinned teenager that looks exactly like you. And so then she was like, oh, I'm going to watch it. So I started working on my treatment and getting everything together. And I came up with this phenomenal story because now I knew what was missing.
Right.
I knew exactly what was missing. And I completed my treatment and my outline and I sent it to my mentor. And I promise y'all, he texted me back and he said, you have created something wonderful. You've created magic. So now I pitched it to my boss. And y'all know how he is. He was like, okay, well, write the book. And so I was so devastated. I said, Carl Weber will irk me. I don't care what. What this man is, oh God.
He said, that's really nice. Put it in the book now.
Yeah, and he was like, so go ahead and write a book. And I was like, so then I got depressed because I knew that I had something special. Like, oh gosh, I knew it was special. And I had made a promise to Carissa. And I was sad for like a couple of months. And then I missed my deadline. And then my mentor reminded me, he was like, because I was like, what am I supposed to do? He was like, write the book. He was like, it's still a great story. And he was like, you just never know what'll happen. So sure enough, I struggled because I started writing a book. And then I just really got frustrated. And then I looked at the treatment and then I was like, I'm making this harder. The story's already written in my head. I just have to write it. And so I wrote it and it was beautiful and amazing. And I got excited all over again. And then I realized that it can still reach exactly who it is that it's supposed to reach.
That's right.
And it can still do exactly what it's supposed to do. And God confirmed that for me because I had a youth group out of Baltimore, and the lady reached out and she was like, well, Jill, like, we want to order like 60 books and give them out to our girls for Christmas because
Wow.
they need this. And I tell people now, I was like, this is the book that 13, 14-year-old Jill needed. And had I read it, oh my God, the trajectory of my life would probably just be so different just because of the jewels and the lessons learned and just everything that everybody learns. And I started marketing it as like, oh, this is a book, for plus size tweens and plus size women who felt like they haven't been seen. So I wanted to show them. And then a friend of mine who's beautiful and built like a cheerleader, she was like, stop saying that. She said, because when I read it, it was for me because I felt left out and unseen. And it really, really, it motivated me. So that's what I got cooking.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Getting in some good trouble. So now you have this story, and I'm gonna say you've grown as a writer over the years. What do you know now that you didn't know when you started?
I think I have experienced life, so I see things from a different lens. And I don't know. I think the stories that I write, first of all, I've always written stories that I'd want to read. That's number one. And now I'm at that place in life where I write what's considered grown folks drama. I think when I started writing midlife crisis, when I picked up my pen again after not writing for so long, and I was like, I can't. I love Drama Queen and I love No More Drama and all of that, but golly, I'm such a different person now. And I want to write about some grown folks and some real stuff and some stuff that I know I would enjoy reading. So one thing, I just look at life from a different lens now, and I appreciate my talent more, and I know that I could be commercial if I need to be, if I have to be,
Right.
but baby, LaJill Hunt got some stories to tell for real.
How did your audience receive that new LaJill Hunt pen? How did your audience respond to that? Your reading audience?
They pretty much, the reception has been really, really well. And it's crazy because with this book, my fear, believe it or not, was this is the first book I've ever penned that has absolutely no profanity, no sex, nothing like, but it's still a great story. And so that let me know, yo, I might know what I'm doing. Like, and so now I'm like, oh my gosh, like, now I'm like, okay, so now I'm finna have these young adult fans, and I gotta tell them like, whoa, don't read nothing else, all right? Like, because I'm not responsible. But the crazy thing is, even with Drama Queen, I would feel so bad because I would have like middle and high school students email me like, hi, I'm in 8th grade and I read this, and I'm like, oh gosh, why? No. But I know when I was in middle school, I was reading V.C. Andrews and some other stuff like Jackie Collins and all types of stuff that I probably should not have been writing, but
And the cycle doesn't stop.
It does.
That's
not.
right. We always doing something we ain't had no business. But that's okay. Whether it was music or books or movies, it still helped us to evolve into well put together young ladies.
Amen.
And it also sparks the desire to read.
It does.
Because that's how avid readers are developed. Because I've been reading since like forever. Even though I started off at Harlequin Romances, my auntie used to get those monthly subscriptions or weekly. I know it was coming in the mail,
Yes.
but I started. My mom would read, so I was always around adults that read. So that it
Mhm.
put in me the desire to read, and I just
Yes.
it was like a getaway. And if
Hmm.
a child is reading, man, boy, girl, let them read.
Right,
But
Let them read.
hopefully it's appropriate. But more times
Exactly.
than not.
Yes.
Absolutely.
now, as a black woman who can write, that's a very powerful skill to have. We have a voice. Um, when we use that voice, sometimes people open up their mouth and don't nothing move. It's no movement. You just opening your mouth. But when a black woman opens up her mouth, when she puts pen to paper, things move. And that's
Hmm.
very powerful. What does that power of your pen mean to you?
I have to remind myself to use my powers for good and not evil. Um, because believe it or not, I don't.
Petty.
Yes, honey. Lord. Oh gosh. I mm, mm, mm. I I used to pride myself on I will change your name if I like you. If I don't, I will put all of your business in my book.
Oh,
And I will use your tag number. I will you didn't know who your baby daddy is. Like, I
I'm
can't
just telling
believe
all
myself.
your
Like,
business.
oh gosh. But I have the power. Let me tell you, do you know what my power is? And I discovered this. This is what I discovered. My goal was with midlife crisis. And what I discovered is I have the ability to make people feel exactly how I want them to feel.
that's powerful.
Listen.
That's powerful.
Oh my gosh, because people always say, "Oh, what I won't do and what I can't do, and if it was me, and yada yada yada." So I will create a story, and people will say, "Ah, da da da," and by the end, you're like, "Oh, yes, I'm glad. Yes, she made the right decision." Oh, but at the beginning of the book, you were telling me what somebody wasn't gonna do and what da da
Hmm.
da 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 da.
Hmm.
But and I discovered that power. At one point I was kind of burnt out on black books. This was years ago. I have
Hmm.
since recovered. But there was this book called Something Borrowed. And they eventually turned it into an amazing film. One of my favorite books is now one of my favorite movies.
Hmm.
And as I was reading the book, I was like, yo, I'm really cheering for this chick sleeping with her best friend's fiance. I was like, yo, I can make people do what let me tell you. I when I was like, wait, yeah, yes, this is what I can do. And then that changed, let me tell you, that's why I was like,
It
oh,
sparked
okay.
something.
Yes, this is what I can do now. This is what I can do. Like,
Mm.
I will have you rooting for folks that you swear you hate. Like, shoot.
Wow,
And
that's power.
Imitation of Wife, the guy that they called trifling because he had a mistress, folks was like, I love them. They're soulmates. I want to be with them. Yes, legit. Look, I was like this. Yes, girl. Yes. Yes. Because I'm all
Wow.
about finding redeeming qualities. I believe everybody has a redeeming quality, and that is that's my thing. I'm like, can I
That's your
redeem
niche.
them? Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's your niche. Well,
Yep.
tell us about this new book, Miss LaGel. Tell us what we can expect.
This new book is about 16-year-old Naya who loses her mom right before Thanksgiving,
Ooh.
and her father is no longer in the picture. So she's a beautiful, bigger brown skinned teen who finds herself living with her graceful grande dame, fair-skinned, long-haired, beautiful, elegant grandmother, Claudia Fine. And her equally as handsome uncle who's moved back in with his mother to assist raising Naya, her Uncle Reese, who she loves dearly. Now she has this estranged relationship with her grandmother because her grandmother's the grande dame, and she expects certain things, and so she's very uncomfortable. And so she no longer has the one person in life that she felt loved her no matter what. And now she's living with these family members that she looks nothing like. And it's the holiday season. And so it's hard when people are out singing Joy to the World and you're miserable because you're sad because your mom just passed away.
Right.
So it's Christmas, and Claudia Fine, Naya's grandmother, 50 years ago was crowned Queen of the First Noel Debutante Ball. Years later, her mother was crowned Queen of the First Noel Debutante Ball. And so when Naya is approached about being a debutante, her grandmother's like, no, she's not. That's not what she needs to be focused on right now. And so Naya, of course, is feeling even worse, and she's questioning who she is and how she looks until she meets an amazing, beautiful, larger than life, beautiful, wonderful plus size fashion designer named Kendall, who teaches her to embrace all that she is, not just how she looks, inside and out, through her actions, not her words. And she demonstrates to Naya that she, not only is she Naya fine, she is perfectly fine, exactly the way that she is.
I love it.
I love it.
Yes. And so there's a little romance in there because, you got the uncle and, he finds himself attracted to Kendall, and he doesn't understand why, because he gives you Drake vibes. He's light skinned with light eyes and curly hair, and he always has an it girl. And now all of a sudden he's like, how you doing? And so he has to figure out like what it is that he truly desires, even though it does not look anything like he expected.
That's going to be good. Now I see that you have put up a casting call. Tell us
that's
about
my manifestation post. Look, that's my manifestation post because this thing's gonna get made. It really is.
Well, you talking about manifestation. I done already sent it to people. Like it's a movie.
Y'all do not wait. You know what? It was my cousin. My cousin is my social media manager. And I was like, what? I said, girl, Black people don't read all the way down. She was like, it says that we are going to come together and manifest that this thing gets made into a movie. Like, who would y'all like to see play who? And I was like, girl, they see casting call. That's all they're going to read. And they're going to run with it.
Yeah, that was me. I'm people. Because I was like, oh, okay. Let me send this to some people.
Yeah, but you know what? I attest and affirm that this film is going to get made because I promised my niece, and I already... I already have my cast picked out. So, I'm here for it.
It does say if you have some great actors in mind and you haven't, tag them in the comments below. I mean, listen, I was like, oh, okay.
Yes. So tag Amber Riley, tag everybody, like tag them, and Natasha Rothwell, like tag them, like, because it's going. I have no doubts that it's going to. It's too amazing of a story, and it's too needed. Like it is. When I tell you that wax on, wax off, it really, 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 and I Karate Kidded this thing, like. It really, I found exactly what's missing. I pursued my passion of writing an amazing Christmas story. And I know that it's going to be a great film that's going to be well received.
Absolutely. Awesome. Now, you do so much in the literary world and you into film. If you could change anything in the literary industry, if it was in your power, what would it be?
What would it be?
She got something in her mind, but she really don't want to say
I
it.
know.
You see it in her eyes.
I
She's like, no, I can't say that. No, I can't say that either. Like the lady on TikTok. No, I can't say that.
I know.
No, that ain't gonna come out right.
Yeah.
Spit it
I
out, honey.
think
You hold the key, honey. You got the
know.
power.
Yeah,
If
I know.
you could say it's changed, what would it be?
Only people that have legitimate reviews will be able to post on these sites. Because I think it's sad when you give authors 1-star reviews because you feel like, I don't think that would ever happen. You don't know what could happen. Like
That's
you
true.
can. I had somebody give me a 1-star review one time because I didn't like the way she spelled the baby name.
What?
Oh gosh, drama queen. I had someone say, first of all, what kind of pen name is LaJill? What is that?
What?
Discuss it with my mama. How about that?
The
Because
person
she
you just
gave me
gave
that hood
$10
name.
to. Look, the person you
Yes.
just gave $10 to. Thank you for your services, and I appreciate
Yes.
it. You want me to send you a receipt?
Yeah. But I would definitely like all of like those reviews that are totally illegitimate, like that people put up there like, oh, I didn't like that.
To be
You
hurtful.
know, the car was da 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 da. Like there will be a way that you could dispute those and have them removed because it does something to your rating. Like
It does.
it does something to your rating. And
Mhm.
I'm all for, like, I found one of my favorite beta readers because he gave me a 3-star review, but it explained when I tell you he broke that thing down, I reached out to him like, thank you. Like, hey, can you be one of my beta readers? Because you know what my goals are. Like, you saw the
Right.
flaws and everything. And so
Right.
those I have no problem with. I don't expect that every book I put out to be like complete 5 stars. But then, like, it's those I have an issue with. Let's see. What else would I change? I don't know. I just stay in my lane and write my books. That's all. Like, I don't even have
That's
nothing
all
else
you
to
do. That's all you can do.
That's all I want to do. Stay in my lane and
That's
write
all
my
you can
books.
do.
Like,
Okay. So, what advice do you have for aspiring authors?
write for the love of writing. Tell the story you want to tell because only you can tell it. And imitation may be the greatest form of flattery, but originality is king.
That's right.
Write your story. Like, just write your story the way that you want to write it. Because I get it. It's a lot of people out here writing these days.
Right.
A lot. And so I think that some aspiring authors feel like, well, I have to write this in order for this to happen. And that's not the case. Probably one of the biggest compliments I ever got was a Christina C. Jones quote. Well, somebody asked her a question and she said, and I was a Christina C. Jones fan, like even before I knew this, and she said that I read LaJill Hunt's Another Sad Love Song, and I realized I could write Black romance the way I wanted to write it. I didn't have to do it exactly as everyone else. And that was my one and only romance novel. And I just wrote it like, this a dope story. Like, and I just wrote it the way that I wanted to write it. Didn't even realize it was romance, honestly. I just thought it was a great story. And so if write it the way that you want to write it. Like, you don't have to follow the formula that everybody else is following.
Just be you.
Just be you. And that has always been me. I always write stories that like I want to write. Like I don't have to. I just don't.
And I'm glad that you said that because authors get up, they get mixed up into that. They get into the, oh, what's an arc? How do I do that? How do I start? Oh, I gotta have this. Okay, where do I do that at? You know,
Mhm.
oh, I need an outline. Well, how do I do that? Well, this outline ain't working. This ain't working. I know they said I'm supposed to do this. Who is they? Who is
Exactly.
they?
Yeah. And I wrote a book, Private Property. And one of my top favorite authors, Victoria Christopher Murray, was reading it, and she said that she was reading it, she was like, no, she can't do this. She can't pull this off. She can't do this. She can't do this. There's no. She said in every chapter, she was like, she can't do this because I wrote a whole book, a whole novel. Every chapter is from a different character's point of view. Every chapter. And when I tell you, she said she got to the end, and y'all know Victoria don't cuss. She said, well, goddamn.
You know how we feel about VCM.
Yes.
We love us Victoria.
She said there was no, because, you know, Victoria teaches writing and editing classes. And
we know we've been banned. We've taken them all.
Yeah, she won't let us in.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, you know, she's like 3 characters and that's it. Like, that's her thing. Like, you're
doing too much. What is this?
I wrote 12 different points of view. And the story flowed. It flowed. Because I was just like, oh, man. Like, it was a challenge to myself. And I was like, if I could do this, I could do anything. And so it was like amazing. It was great. A great story. And I loved it. Like, oh my gosh, loved it. It was like my soap opera in my head. Like, I was like, I'm about to write the new Knots Landing. Like, this is long. And that's exactly what I did. I was like, all these people live in this neighborhood. Oh, this about to go down. Like,
yep, the lady over there, she a hoe. Y'all didn't know that, did you?
Like, yup. And it was like it was great. And I don't follow, like, I write what I want to write. I'm blessed to be in a position to be able to do that now. Like I said, I could be real commercial, like My Mama's Drama. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord, Lord, Lord. But again, I didn't know that was my book. Carl kind of like, he suckered me into that. And I was just like, you want me to write what? Okay. And I was just going to town on it, like, da, da, da. And then in the end, he was like, okay, so your book comes out. And I was like, what book? And he was like, My Mama's Drama. I was like, no, don't put my name on it, please. Like, no, it's ratchet.
No, I thought you was just telling me to just do some practicing. Wait a minute.
Yes, I was
Let me go back in it.
I said, Carl, that book ratchet. No, don't put my name on that book. Right? When I tell people, like, when they're like, well, what should I read? Well, let me tell you, if you want grown folks drama, I got this over here. If you want like a soap opera, I got this over here. If you want ratchet, I got this over here. If you want I got this over here.
I hit LaJill's inbox, like, where the hell you find her at? Where you find this chick at? She was like, girl, I was like, where you find her at? Good and ratchet. Good. I'm like,
yes. Oh, she's so ratchet. Oh,
God. A whole hot mess.
Yes. Mess. I really did. I was like, oh, this is a ghostwriting project. I went in like, like, I was like, oh, God, Lord have mercy. Like,
but it's good stuff. Good stuff.
It's good and ratchet. You know? Oh, Lord.
But now, you've done so much, Lissha. You've done so much, you know, and what an impressive journey. But what can we expect from you next?
My prayer is that 2022 allows me to expand a little bit more into the television realm. This Christmas movie is happening. It is. Oh, Lord. Okay, so January 26th. I actually have another full-figured anthology coming out, and it's myself and my daughter Cameron. I will say I had to remind myself that one, Cameron is grown. She's grown.
Man, when did that happen? When did that happen?
I know. I was like, because let me tell you, the first line of her story, I was like, girl, what? Like, what? I was like, Cam,
where did this come from?
Yes. And she was like, well, you told me. I was like, oh Lord. So that comes out, and I admit, Camera's story is better than mine. Like, it just is.
Oh.
Like, she handled her business. I'm a little jealous. But because she went
That's big praise.
Yeah, she went ratchet, and it turned out well. Well, my story is family business related, so I just did what I did. But yeah, Cam was like, and I was like, oh, okay, well, they gonna really like your story, Cam. Congrats. I didn't know we was gonna go off like this, but okay, go off, sis. Okay.
Now, speaking of family business, listen, what we got going on?
Family business is still like, well, we got writer's room in a little while, but that's still I love it. The TV show is amazing to work on. It is so much fun. I truly enjoy co-writing with Carl, whether it's the books or the film. I mean, the TV scripts, because one, we work very well together. And number two, like, we will argue. Oh, we argue, like, and it's fun. It really is fun, because I want a character to go in one direction, and he'll be like, no. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, and then there's certain characters I like, and certain ones he doesn't, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I like her, I don't like her, like, so it's fun. Season 4 is coming. It hasn't been announced officially yet, but child, is coming, and
But that back and forth just create, get y'all's creative juices flowing, so that kind of helps with that.
It truly does.
Back and forth.
The talent is amazing. The cast, and Ernie Hudson and Valerie Pettiford are just, oh my gosh. They are Black television royalty, and it is a privilege. It is a privilege to be able to create content for them to bring to life. Same thing with Tammy Roman. Like, it's phenomenal. Like, it's a privilege to just be able to create content for some of these just Black television royalty.
Yeah, dear
That's
Carl.
awesome.
In the books, London got hands, and she ain't no joke. We need you to let London do what she do.
Girl,
and
who
not
you
just be
telling? Who you telling? London ain't no joke. She's a product of her mama and her daddy.
Like, she a whole assassin. That's just
a whole assassin. She went to the finishing school, Mr. Chi. Like, yeah, she know what to do, for real.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Now, I do want to say one thing, because I appreciate you. You gave me a great opportunity the other day to have this fabulous interview. Thank you so much for thinking of me.
No, girl, I'll be looking out for my peoples. Yes.
Now, with that, authors have become the pioneers of the African American community. How does that make you feel to be one of the elites?
Girl, I didn't even know I was an elite.
You did?
I always say, and one of my statements of gratitude every single day is, I am blessed to be able to do what I do and get paid to do it. Like, when I tell you I love my job, I truly, truly, truly love my job. And I don't take it for granted, and I am blessed. So it feels amazing to be able to do what I do and get paid to do it. Like, that's the icing on the cake, like getting a paycheck for doing it. because when I first started doing this, I never wrote to get published. I wrote to entertain my coworkers at work. And God just saw fit for me to be able to get published. And then I quickly realized that, you have to write for the love of writing, not, to get
Yeah,
paycheck.
that's right.
That's
Because
right.
I think a lot of people think like, oh, at that time, I'm be Terry McMillan. Like, no, that's not what happens. So to be able to have a passion for what you do and love doing it and have opportunities like to do what I do, it's just really a blessing. So it feels amazing. It feels amazing.
I think that lends to the longevity and the authenticity when you love what you do and you do it for the love of it instead of for the coins of it, and I think that really truly lends to how long an artist, no matter what it may be, the longevity and people see that. Those that are watching the product, that are buying the product, they see that and they know authenticity when they see it, and they willingly support something like that.
Yes.
Well, here on Let's Chat, we like to do something fun. That's not really my category. I just announced it. It's all Miss T. So I don't know if you should put, clutch your pearls or put them on a nightstand. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just announcing that this is coming. But she's going to give you a fun question. Go ahead, T.
Oh, LaJill, Lissha and I absolutely love you and
I love you too.
everything you do. And it's such a joy and it's so refreshing that when you come visit us, like we get caught up on what's going on in LaJill's world. So thank you for sharing your space with us tonight.
Thank you
But
for allowing me to share space.
Lissha and I have a virtual garden, and Lissha, I can't even imagine what Miss LaJill is going to add to it. But we have a virtual garden, and we've had to expand our real estate because it's growing. And we have
we just had a stream now. We got a whole stream added.
We have a beautiful stream.
Y'all probably got a plantation at this point.
I know. And what did Victoria add, Lissha? Did she add the bench?
She added the bench, and I think she added a plaque.
A plaque with a Bible verse on it. So Victoria added another beautiful piece. We have flowers, rocks, trees, pebbles, streams, and
bushes, trees.
Bushes.
I mean, there's a whole reason behind each thing that's planted in the garden. So we want to know, what are you adding to our virtual garden? Now we got a stream added. The bench sits in front of the stream.
That's got to reflect LaJill. That what would you add that reflects you?
What would I add that reflects me? I want to add. I want to add a table.
Okay. What are we doing on the table? Playing spades?
Or read the book.
I want to add a table, and everyone is invited to have a seat.
Oh, I love that. A seat at the table.
A seat at the table. And he prepareth a table before me in the presence of my enemies.
I just posted that 2 days ago.
I want to add a table. Because
I love it.
We all have a seat, and we don't even have to be worried about our enemies because our table is prepared. So we are prepared for whatever comes our way.
That's right.
He has prepared our table.
We got two great additions tonight. Two great additions tonight to the garden.
Yes, we so appreciate you coming to share your time, your energy, and your space with us. We want you to shout out all of your social media where everyone can get your book and any events you have coming up.
Okay, well, please go grab Perfectly Fine Christmas. It is a great read for anyone. It's a great mother-daughter read. I had a mother-daughter. I think the daughter was 13, and they discussed it because it's some great jewels. It's about positive self-esteem and life after loss, and just embracing everything, be bold and daring, and how sometimes we get in our own head, like, and make things bigger than what they are. Like, golly, it's so simple. Like, you're making this bigger than what it is. So it can be purchased on Amazon, anywhere books are sold, Target, Walmart. Let's see. I am LaJill Hunt on Facebook. I am LA Cool Jill on Instagram. I am LL Cool Jill on Twitter. I have LaJill's Lit Lounge because we stay lit. That is my Facebook group. And I also have a fan page. I don't even know. I have Lissha's event coming up in June 22nd.
April 2nd. Visions and Books. Yes, we're going to be turning up here in Atlanta. Visions and Books. Y'all, I'm so excited. This is my third one. And it's bigger than the other two. And so, you know, I'm you know, we talked about team. I have to create a team because I have to be able to move in a particular way and I can't worry about my movement. So I have to make sure I got a team going because there's a lot of other things that I have going on as well. And I got to be able to move around and I got to have people in place to do some things. So I appreciate you, Jilly. I appreciate y'all. Y'all, we got 18 fabulous featured authors plus vendors. Like, it's going to be so much fun. Just a great time in literature. Yes. And you can have a whole meal. So make sure y'all head over to Eventbrite. You can sit down, have a whole meal, honey, a whole plated meal with LaJill. Sit down in your Sunday best and have a good old time conversation. Sit down. We're gonna have a bar. Like, we're gonna have fun. It's my birthday too, so we're gonna turn up.
Yes, for the birthday turn up.
We so appreciate you, Jill. And you know, this is your home. You are welcome anytime.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity. Everyone have a safe and happy holiday season.
Same to you.
Yes. And my favorite saying, all is well, all will be well.
Absolutely. And we will talk to you soon.
All righty.
All right, Jill.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I love it. I love her. I love when she comes on. Y'all, her energy is just everything. She always will make you laugh. She will make you think. She will inspire you. And she does it with not even a tablespoon of effort. She's
it's natural.
Just natural and genuine. So we appreciate you guys. Make sure that you follow us. You can follow us on Twitch. Your girls are on Twitch now. So make sure you are following us on Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can follow us on TikTok as well, but that is me. So T don't do social media a lot. I gotta get her into stuff. Like, I gotta give her homework. So T does not have a TikTok page yet. But she will. Give her some time. She's gonna get there.
Y'all hear her. Y'all know how she do me. Y'all know how she do it, sister.
Listen, y'all know she got that hardcore red pen. So I have to be considerate because she be having projects. She be slicing and dicing. So I give her space. But you know, I always got a list of homework. Like, T, we gonna be doing this, and we gonna be doing this, and we gonna be doing this. So I was gonna do a whole like a writing event or workshop, and I was like, "You're gonna do the editing?" She was like, "Oh my God!" So when I took it out, she was like, "I'm so glad." God. I wasn't ready.
Assignments. Was it LaJill that was talking about assignments?
I'm
like, Lissha is the queen of giving assignments.
Queen of assignments. Yes, Tasha be like, "Listen, how do I do that?" Well, listen, Tasha, this is how you do it. Well, Lissha, can you do it? No, I cannot.
I've learned how to start our live tonight.
Yes.
I followed the directions. So I was so proud of myself.
So listen, we all doing it. And so we're going to cut this because we only got a certain amount of time. or it won't distribute where I want it to distribute. So we trying to keep that in the time. We appreciate you guys. We will see y'all in 2022. We love y'all. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy birthday if it's your birthday. We love y'all, and we will see y'all on the other side.
Good night, everybody.